Hey, sorry, my guys. Sorry. See, so I got this condition, yeah. So if you see me doing this, just know that I had to take that moment for myself, peeps. I'm just saying, you get it, and I can't take my medication right now. Not right now. Anyway, never giving up, even when alone. Yeah. So lonely or just focused. Your support system might be in the making and betting on yourself. Hey. Lonely or just focused. That's the one. How solitude can be a superpower. Solitude. For all those people who don't know what solitude means, that means being by yourself in your own vibe, not having bare people around you, and just just being at peace, doing what you got to do. Now, like I said, when I was younger, I liked a lot of people around me. My gosh, people were everywhere around me. In fact, I was going to coaches. Yeah, when I was younger, I was at the coach. You know, a coach is, for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, a coach was if your brethren, one of your brethren, when you were younger, was the first person who got their drum. You know them ones. The first person who got their drum and did not know how to have their drum. So when I say how to have their drum, they didn't take their drum as their home. They just took it as the yard. The yard that, what? Listen, my cameraman over there, in fact, not my cameraman, my sound engineer, yeah, he's laughing. I saw him smile when he heard me say that. You know why? Because I gave him memories. He was like, yeah, I've got that brethren who had their yard and they did not know that their yard was their castle. We've all, well, I was there. I was one of those people. First person to have my yard amongst my brethren, and in turn my brethren were coming to my yard. I won't tell you what was going on in my yard because I'm not here to incriminate myself. But we were playing dominoes and stuff, you get what I'm saying? And you can just imagine the atmosphere. Yeah, it was quite just like foggy. Yeah, and it was that. But I mean, my mum came to my yard when I was younger. I mean, I was 17, own drum. My mum come to my yard one day, she ran everybody out of my yard. I'm not even gonna, I was about to try and do a Caribbean accent and I said, stop it! I'm gonna sound like Richard Blackwood, and he's, sorry. Sorry, can we get a little cut of Richard Blackwood doing a proper accent? I'm sorry, I just had to keep it real. Please, when you do the edit, do that for me so you know I'm not joking. But big up Richard Blackwood still, props to you for doing what you love to do. You see what I'm saying? That was almost like a backhanded compliment, innit? But it was a compliment. Sorry. All right, cool. So when I'm saying about loneliness, some people, it's not about being lonely, like lonely, what, that's dead. It's not loneliness, it's about when you're by yourself, what do you focus on? Start. What do you focus on? Or are you somebody who's just focused in other people's stuff? You know? And like I said, when you're by yourself and you are marinating in stuff you want to do or where you're at and you're trying to sort your ish out, that's a superpower where you can really just power up and go, you know what? I'm going to get mine. Yeah. Today I'm by myself. I'm doing what I'm doing. I've got administration to do. What's administration? Here, what you do not need to be in employment to be doing your administration. Let's be real. We are CEO of ourselves out here. Yeah. And when you understand that you are a boss of you, you will handle your paperwork. So these don't start to, you know what I mean, take over your world and take your possessions. Just got to keep it real. Anybody who's got any elder parents, let me just say, or grandparents, make sure you go and get your power of attorney sorted out. I'm just saying, get your administration sorted out. It's necessity. All right. I said the word power of attorney. Let me just break that down really quickly. If you've got elders in your family and you don't want the government to come and, I'm just going to use, you don't want the government to come and take advantage, yeah, and take everything, and you want your families to be dealt with properly, make sure you lot as a family discuss who is or who are, because you can have more than one power of attorney, somebody to deal with the health, somebody to deal with the money. I'm just putting it out there. That's free advice. You didn't have to go to Citizen Advice Bureau to get that. Rant and Release, where we also give you some tips. Okay, so your support system. I said earlier on about certain cretins. Once upon a time they might have been with you, but that they'll fly away. Your support system. What kind of support do you need? People come over to you all the time and they go, "I'll support you. Like, let me know and I'll support you." But people need to be specific about what support they need. You understand? Because people hear the word support and it's so broad. And I actually tried this on one of my friends. I said to one of my friends, it was going through a real trying time. Yeah. When I say trying, it was mayhem. Yeah. And I said to her, look, I can support you. And this is how I can support you. I can listen to you. I can be a shoulder for you. But I can't have you stay at my yard. There was a reason behind that. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, like once bitten, twice shy. So you're lucky I was offering you a shoulder. Sorry, but that was what my support was. Do you understand what I'm saying? Very clear. They can either take it or they can turn around and say, nah, it's all right. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you have to know what kind of support you can give to people, but know what kind of support you would like if you've got certain peers around or you're going to ask for it or you decide that you need support. Know what it is, know what you want, and know what you can offer. Yeah? All right. Because I think enough people abuse that word support. Can't say it enough anyway. So I've got to say, I give thanks for the people in my life right now. Do you want me to do a quick sharing? This is I'm going to go on a little rant right now. So, like I say, I'm an older woman right now. When I was younger, I was in my element. I actually remember going for an audition for Big Brother. They said to me, I got down to the last 20 people. Last 20, yeah? And the only reason I did not get through, I saw the psychologist and all of that, and they said to me, if you come on the show, because it was just not so long come out of prison, so we're talking about early 2000, and they said to me, because I came out of prison recently, that the newspapers and, you know, society would probably just decide to just have a field day. And I was like, I'm ready for that. They can't, because everything's out there, do you know what I mean? Like, been to prison, my mum knows I'm gone, my gran knows, who cares? And I was like, oh, so I was like, okay, it's not my time. So, see, I've gone on a tangent. What I'm saying is that, for me, when I was younger, I had energy, and I wanted certain things, and I created certain opportunities, but lots of times, when you've got the energy like I've got, your light attracts moths, not just butterflies. Yeah, moths. It captures everything. So I attract different energies, and I was just like, you know what? Things happen in the divine time. Sometimes we want things to happen in our time. We've invested, we've worked, but that time still hasn't come. Now, however many years later, the older woman I am with a few grey hairs, yeah, I've got a youthful soul and all that. But try now, I was like, look, things are going on for me now, but I don't have the youth like I had the youth before, yeah? But the beauty is when you're a creative and you never give up on yourself, it's like, let's create the opportunities, let's make this happen. What do I want? Who I was as a young person, where I was at when I was younger, is not the woman I am today. I am not the same person I was 10 years ago. I still stand for some real good stuff. But how I was talking when I was younger, and the stuff, like, people would have got slaughtered left, right and centre, and I would, that's not here to injure people, like physically, emotionally, mentally. I'm not here to do that. I want to see people grow. I want to see people release. I want people to be able to move around a lot less toxic. Because everybody's toxic. Everybody's been toxic at some point in their life. But you see something, there's a difference between people who are toxic and in denial, and people who are knowing that they've got toxic traits, but they're willing to improve. See the difference? And I'm somebody who knew, being honest with my own self, that I was extremely toxic. I was a ticking time bomb. And at some point, I just said, you know what? I deserve better. I am better. I'm about to fly. Soar, should I say, like them eagles. Soar. Yeah? And that's when you start to give yourself a chance. And that's what not giving up on yourself looks like. When you continue to do the work that you need to do. We don't procrastinate. Oh my gosh. You see, so I've got goose pimples. I give my own self goose pimples. So what am I saying to you? Sometimes you gotta be your own hype. Sometimes you gotta be your own hype squad. Ain't no audience. And clap for your damn self. Because I, Peaches, I'm that dope. I am that girl. And I'm here to give to you. All I'm asking for you people to do is support the Rant and Release. Like I said, trust wisely. Rant freely. And release responsibly. It's important. Get it done. Know who you be. Because I know who I am. I am your host, Peaches. Don't forget to follow me on the platforms that I said. TikTok, because I want to get paid, Peaches Speaks. And on Instagram, at Peaches Presents. And don't forget to follow us here, me and my team, at Rant and Release.